Jasmine Crockett is running for the United States Senate, and baby, she didn't tiptoe into the moment. She kicked down the doors and smacked the Trump administration, or whatever Monica said. I'm still coming down from the Brandy and Monica concert. She gave us a rollout that said, I know who I am, I know what I'm about, and I'm not asking for permission. And she didn't have to say nothing. It's bold, it's clean, it's unapologetic, and honestly, it's exactly the kind of energy Texas hasn't seen in a very long time. Texas doesn't have this. All right, let's roll that Jasmine Crockett campaign announcement.
How about this new one they have? Their new star, Crockett. How about her?
She's the new star of the Democrat Party, Jasmine Crockett. They're in big trouble.
But you have this woman, Crockett. She's a very low IQ person.
I watched her speak the other day. She's definitely a low IQ person.
Crockett. Oh, man, oh, man.
She's a very low IQ person.
Somebody said the other day she's one of the leaders of the party. I said, you got to be kidding.
Now they're going to rely on Crockett. Crockett's going to bring them back.
I think this moment is important because Jasmine didn't give us a typical campaign ad. We didn't get the soft focus, those family shots, those awkward barbecue scenes, or how big everything is so bigger in Texas, or that Texas rugged narrative with her and some boots. We didn't get all that. She gave us intention. The video was simple. She's basically centered. She's steady. Trump's voice is echoing in the background, calling her low IQ, all the insults. She had the receipts. And in the video, she doesn't react. She doesn't blink. She doesn't give the insult any payoff, right? Then she turns to the camera and smiles, and she crosses her arms like Maxine Shaw, attorney at law, which is fitting because she is an attorney. So it's a message without a monologue. And that message is, you don't get to tell me who I am, and you definitely don't get to set my ceiling limits, okay? But of course, that announcement also came with immediate commentary. It wouldn't be the internet if it did not. Saying that she shouldn't leave the house. She's too important where she is. Texas is too red. She's too sharp for the Senate. She doesn't fit the mold. But let's be very clear. This isn't some kind of strategy. This shows how uncomfortable people can be with change. People love Jasmine Crockett when she's slicing somebody open in a committee hearing. They love it when she's reading people for filth. They love her fire as long as it stays contained in the House chamber. You see, the minute that she's ready for a bigger seat, suddenly the excuses start flying. Girl, stay where you are. Don't move. You're needed right there. Translation, stay in your lane that we assigned to you. Stop doing too much. And of course, Jasmine addressed all of this head on during her press conference just a few hours after her campaign video dropped. She went rogue from the teleprompter and she said exactly what she needed to say.
Yes, it is true. I am running to become your next United States Senator from the state of Texas. I honestly can't put into words what it means to me. You see, a lot of people think that making decisions like this, you take them lightly. I'm here to tell you that I understand that there's a responsibility. I'm not reading from my script, so they're about to be confused. There's a responsibility that lies with all of us, especially in this moment. There are a lot of people that said, you gotta stay in the house. We need our voice. We need you there. And I understand. But what we need is for me to have a bigger voice. What we need is not only a voice, but we need to make sure that we are going to stop all the hell that is raining down on all of our people.
She said she hears people telling her to stay in the house because she's such a strong voice. And that's exactly why she needs to be in a bigger place with a bigger microphone. You can't challenge the people in the biggest or the highest positions if you're not standing on the same level. She also pushed back on the narrative that Texas is just simply too red.
They tell us that Texas is red. They are lying. We're not. The reality is that most Texans don't get out to vote. The reality is that the people that I used to work with in the Texas House did everything that they could to make sure that they could suppress voices. If we were so red, they wouldn't be so pressed. Let me be clear. The reason that the governor always got time to call out my name is because he understands that I know how to speak to everybody, not just some folk.
Now, I want to get to the bigger picture here, okay? Because we see this every single time a black woman, yes, I'm making this about a black woman issue, okay? We see this every time a black woman is trying to aim for a higher political space. People love a strong black woman as long as she stays in the fight. They love her when she's pushing back, when she's calling things out, and when she's dealing with the chaos. But when that same black woman decides that she's ready for leadership at a higher level, all of a sudden, she's too ambitious. She's too intense, baby. She ain't that presidential. She's not senatorial. She's not the right fit. Come on. We saw this play out with Kamala Harris, and we did see it as well with Stacey Abrams. And now we're seeing it with Jasmine Crockett. People are comfortable watching her challenge power, okay? They're less comfortable watching her become power. They want her to keep that seat real warm. They want her to keep fighting from the floor, not walk up the stairs. That's y'all putting y'all limits on Jasmine Crockett because she's damn qualified. She's experienced and she's absolutely built for bigger. Don't put your limits on her. That's your limits for yourself. The pushback is not about her resume. This is about people struggling to adjust their idea of who she is and what positions she belongs in. And whether she wins or not, Jasmine Crockett has already shifted the conversation. She's showing that black women don't have to stay in the roles that people get comfortable seeing them in. No. She's proven that strength isn't just some kind of box that you put me in. It's actually a foundation. And it doesn't limit where you go. It prepares you for where you're headed. Jasmine isn't running away from the house, y'all. Stop coming up with these things. She's running towards the influence that she needs to actually be to get things done. She's running to meet power where it operates, not just to be sparring with folks from the sidelines. And that's no offense to her congressional peers. And if her campaign video told us anything, it's this. You can insult her, you can doubt her, you can underestimate her, but baby, she's still going to show up and she's going to level up and she's going to make noise anyway. Let's stay tuned to see how she does. I want to know your thoughts. What do you guys think about Jasmine Crockett running for Senate? Sound off in the comments.